Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this chair practice today. So we're going to be doing a full body, workout and awareness. And then we're going to end up with our legs up on the chair, doing a little mindful meditation throughout the body. It's going to be deeply relaxing and calming. So if you don't already have something to put onto your chair so you can support your legs, do that, and then we'll get started. So sit yourself on your chair, wiggle around until you feel supported in your chair. Your feet are firmly planted on the ground, and just think about, there's Mark, just pop it in. There you are, hi, you made it, good. Okay, we're just starting, so place yourself on your chair and kind of wiggle yourself to the end, not totally at the end, but you still want to feel supported. Okay, feet are underneath your knees, so ankles underneath the knees, and then have your legs, your knees be directly in front of your, yay, hi. So just have your hips directly in front of your knees, okay? And then you want to have your shoulders right over top of your hips. Lengthen through the spine. So this is our Tadasana pose on our chair. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are soft. Try to have your head right in between your shoulders. So we don't want to jut the head out. We don't want to put the head too far back. You'll notice that if you bring your head forward a little bit, you'll notice some strain in your back and in your neck. And if you bring your head too far back, you're gonna notice some strain as well, maybe in your upper shoulders, maybe other places. So try to bring it right in between, okay? And you want to have your chin parallel or level with your thighs and with the ground, okay? So just pushing your feet into the ground. We don't have to really contract very many muscles right here, right now. Just rest your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. And do your little check-in. After the beautiful weekend that we just had, just notice how you're feeling today. Just that added bonus of having some warm days, sunny days. A little bit of vitamin D getting in there. It really makes you feel so much better coming out of hibernation. But just notice how you're feeling today. So go through the body and pay attention. You're going to notice some sensations going through your body. Some of them are going to be really big, and some of them are going to be really, really, really quiet. So, of course, you're going to listen to the big ones. That's definitely why they're big. They're trying to shout out to you. But also listen to the quiet ones. And they're trying to tell you something too. Just move slowly through your body, just noticing how things are working today. Notice your feelings. Noticing your thoughts. Any emotions that might be coming up from absolutely anything. So if I say something that maybe triggers an emotion, note that. Or if we do something that triggers an emotion, note that as well too. And whenever you feel ready, you can bring your awareness to your breath and just notice the way that you're breathing. We breathe in different ways during different kinds of experiences. When we're moving quickly or when we're in a panic or an anxiety stage, our breath goes a lot faster. And when we're calm and relaxed, our breath goes a little bit slower. actually a lot slower. So just notice what your breath is doing right now. If you're feeling anxious about anything or if you feel calm. Your breath might shift from one to the other as well, continuously, and you just notice that. These are things that are good to notice, be aware of. How your breath moves in different circumstances and situations. Okay, we're gonna start to grow our breath now. So every time you take a breath, allow it to get a little bit bigger. Making its way down into your tummy. If you want to place your hands down on your tummy as well too. Just feeling the breath moving in there. Once it gets there, it's nice and slow. And then you can start to visualize yourself as a balloon. So you're breathing into your body as a balloon and you're filling yourself up. And then slowly allow the balloon to deflate. Inhale, filling up. Balloon's getting bigger. Fill it up as much as you can. Don't let it pop. And then slowly deflate it again. Just feeling those muscles in your body that allow you to breathe in this way. Inhale, fill up the balloon. Breathing in as much as you can. Maybe even a little bit more. And then slowly let it deflate. Okay, you can remove your hands from your belly and just try to keep that breath, not maybe as big, but still trying to get that air back into the belly. Okay, and then let's just inhale and look up, lifting that chin. See if you can grow a little taller. And then next, bring the chin down. Hi. We've started. Just join us on the chair. Inhale, lift up, look up. And exhale, bring the chin down. See if you can touch that chin towards your collarbone. You might not be able to. Just see if you can. That'll just stretch out the upper back a little bit more. You might even feel it right through the spine. Inhale, lift up. Grow a little taller. Try to keep the shoulders down away from your ears. And then exhale. Bring that chin down towards your chest. Again, we're not trying to force anything. We're just exploring and being curious. And then inhale, bring the chin back to center. Okay, so take a breath in here. And we're gonna just move that head over towards one shoulder. And then inhale, coming back. And then over towards the other shoulder. Inhale, coming back. Good. Sweep the arms all the way up above your head. Reaching up. And then bring the arms all the way back down. And then do it again. Inhale, lift up. We're going to keep the arms up here. Bring the hands down behind your head so your elbows are open. And then just rest your head into your hands. Take a big breath in here. And then we're going to just twist our body over to one side. Inhale, come back to center. And twist the body over towards the other side. Inhale, coming back to center. Lift the arms all the way up. And then bring the arms all the way down. Okay, I have a heater on. I have to really turn this off. Too hot. Too hot, too hot. Okay. Okay, bring your arms down by your sides. You're going to sweep the right arm all the way up. And we're going to bring it onto the top of our heads. Take the left arm, reach it up. And we're going to see if we can hold on to, what am I talking about? Onto the, hold on a second. How come I can't do this today? Okay, onto the elbow, just holding on to the elbow. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, does it? Bring your arms down. I don't know where my mind is today. Okay, let's bring the right arm back up again. Take the left arm, reach it over, grab hold of that elbow. So you're resting the left arm on top of the head. I don't know why I can't get that right today. Okay, open up through the shoulders and through the chest, soften your shoulders and just breathe. Okay, and then lift that left arm up. We'll do the same with the right arm. So bring the right arm onto top of the head and just grab hold of that left arm around the elbow or the forearm, wherever. Soften through the shoulders and breathe. Notice your breath, what's happening here. Okay, then bring both arms up and then bring both arms down. Okay, bring arms into a T and then give yourself a hug. Wrapping the arms around, trying to grab hold of the shoulder blades, soften through the shoulders. Okay, and then tuck your chin in. And then from here, we're just gonna bend forward and do a little forward bend. We're not gonna go down very far. Exhale as much as you can, and when you're ready to inhale, bring yourself all the way up. You can look up, open up the arms nice and wide, and then wrap your arms around the opposite direction. Tuck the chin, and forward bend again. Just go as far as you can on your exhale, and then start to inhale. As you come up, back up, lift the chin all the way back up. Open up your arms, and then bring your arms down to your lap, and just notice here. Notice what's happening. Okay, we're gonna sweep the arms back up again. And then take your left hand, hold on to the side of your chair, and we're gonna side bend. Inhale, lift back up, both arms come up, and take your right arm and hold on to the chair and side bend. Lift both arms up. Take the left hand, hold on to the end of the chair, side of the chair again. Take your right leg, stretch it out, pushing your heel away, and we're gonna do a little side bend here. Good. Lift back up, bring the leg back, and we'll do the same on the other side. Hold on with your right hand to the side of the chair. Left arm comes up, left leg reaches out, and side bend. Inhale, come up, bring the arm down, bring the leg back. We're gonna do that one more time on each side. Hold on with the left hand, right arm comes up, stretch out that right leg, side bend over towards the left side. Inhale to come up, change arms, bring the leg back, left arm comes up, left leg reaches out, push that heel away from you, and side bend. Inhale, come up, bring the arm down, bring that leg down. Okay. Bring your hands down again towards your lap and just notice. Okay, and then we're gonna start to heel toe the feet away from each other. We're gonna come into goddess pose. So we're gonna kind of scooch ourselves to the end of our chair, still feeling supported. Open up your legs as wide as you can. See if you can keep the knees over top of the ankles. Somewhat so, okay? And we're just gonna feel a nice inner stretch here, okay? So we want to try to push the inner leg, so those adductors, the ADD ductors, that's the inner thigh. We don't wanna they want to close. So we wanna push them away. At the same time, the outside of our thighs, those are the abductors, ABD, they want to open. we want to try to push them closed. Okay, so these two muscles, these two big main muscles here are kind of fighting against each other, okay, in a nice peaceful way. Okay, so we want to try to open and close at the same time. So there's going to be a nice good engagement on those legs. Okay, root down equally into the floor. Then bring your hands towards your heart. Okay, hold it here. Breathe. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Notice what your buttocks is doing right now. Are you squeezing it or you're relaxing it? And if you're relaxing it, squeeze it. And if you're squeezing it, relax it. And just notice. Notice the difference. Notice which one you prefer. Maybe try doing both. Just alternating. Okay, so we're going to do just a few different things here. So we're going to sweep the arms all the way up again. This time we're going to lean ourselves forward. So we might not be able to go very far, and then maybe we'll round out and come down. So again, our hands are probably not going to fall to the ground. Just let them wave there, and then bring ourselves all the way back up again. Excellent. Okay, and then bring the arms all the way down and then back towards our hearts. Okay. So we're going to lift up here, inhale, lift, and then we're going to turn towards the left side, and we're going to do a little forward bend there. And we're not going to be able to go very far. Come all the way up, back to center, twist, and then twist towards the right side, and a little forward bend here. Now the trick to this is we don't want to have the legs cave in. We want to try to keep those knees over top of the ankle. Inhale, come back up to center, and we'll do the same over towards the other side. Twist towards the left side, and exhale, go down. Again, not very far. Inhale, come back up, back to center, and then twist over towards the other side, and then bend towards that leg. Come back up, and come back up to center. Good. Bring the arms down. We're just going to take a moment here. So walk the feet towards each other. We're going to go back into that pose, but we're going to take a little break. We're going to swish ourselves towards the end of the chair again. Place our hands onto the back part of the chair, maybe with our fingers. Okay. And we're going to open up and do a little back bend just to release some strain in the back. Okay. So push your feet into the ground, and we're going to push our chest forward and open our throat, squeeze the shoulder blades together, relax the shoulders, take a couple of breaths here, and then slowly come back out of it. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall again, and then we're going to move the feet again wide. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then try to see if we can come back into that pose. This is goddess or god pose. Okay, we're going to hold it here and adjust yourself. Okay, we don't want any pinching or anything. And then again, engaging the inner thighs and the outside of those full thighs. So there's kind of like a little bit of a tension happening in those areas. Okay, this time we're going to sweep the arms all the way up, and we're going to bring our arms into cactus arms. Good. So open up those fingers. Soften through the shoulders. See if we can draw those elbows back a little bit. This is a very, very strong pose. Try to keep that chin parallel to the ground. I'm going to breathe in here. On our exhale, we're going to bring the arms together. Elbows and hands touch. And then inhale, open back up. Okay, exhale. Squeeze everything in. Inhale, open. Again, exhale, squeeze everything in. Inhale, open. Okay, so the next time we exhale, we're going to go forward. So exhale, bring the hands together, and we're going to go forward just a little bit. Inhale, come back up. And open. Again, exhale, close the arms and come forwards. Going nice and slow, being aware of what's going on here. Come back up and open. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale to close and forward bend. Inhale to lift back up and open. Last time. Exhale, hands together, forward bend. Inhale, lift up and open. Good. Stay here for a moment. Smile, breathe, and then bring the arms down. Walk the feet together. Walk the feet together. Okay? And then just wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. So we're going to sweep the arms back up again. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands back onto your thighs. And we're going to move into a cow. So open through the chest. And then exhale, round out the back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, sweep the arms back up again. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms back up. We're going to take the right leg and bring it up. We're going to hold it here, balance. Left leg is firmly in the ground, and the right leg is up. Find your balance here. Where can you soften? Are you breathing? How deep is that breath? Can you stay here indefinitely? We're not going to, don't worry. Okay, next exhale, bring the right leg down and forward hold. Forward fold, I mean. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Left leg comes up this time. The leg does not have to come up very high. Just find some balance here. And just notice what's happening. Are you breathing? Are you smiling? What's going through your mind? Notice the discomfort. If there is any discomfort, hopefully there's no pain. If there is, change it. Take one more breath here. And then bring the leg down, bring the arms down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Hands back to the thighs. Bring yourself into a cow. And then round out into a cat. One more time, cow. Back into a cat. And then forward, actually no, come all the way back up. And forward fold. And then bring yourself all the way back up again. Stretch up. And then bring your hands down towards your heart. Okay, down by your side. We're just going to turn over towards one side. So let's bring the right leg forwards with a bent knee. Okay, we're going to use support with the chair. So wiggle around until you feel support. And then you're going to stretch that left leg back into the toes. Okay. So you're going to have to wiggle yourself around. Everyone has different chairs, how they're working. So we want to have a nice upright body as much as possible. We want to feel a really nice stretch down this left leg. So you might feel some stretching in the hip flexor where the hip and the thigh connect. You want to feel some weight putting into those back toes on the left foot. Okay, you can have the knee bent a little tiny bit. We just want to feel a nice stretch right through that front thigh. Okay, and sitting up, and we want to try to keep your hips level. So we don't want to have them turning. We want to have them level. So maybe even putting your hands onto your hips and just noticing where your hip bones are, that they're still pointing the same direction. Okay, and then once you found your balance here, bring your arms up, equal weight between both feet. And then let's envision that we're holding a great big ball in our arms. So our arms are rounded. Okay, and we're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Just noticing Noticing and breathing and working. Okay, and then we're going to stretch the arms out a little bit higher, and we're just gonna lean our body a little bit more forward. So our arms and our legs are kind of like one nice line from the tip of the fingers all the way down to your left leg. Hold it here for a breath or two, and then bring yourself all the way back up. Bring the arms down, and then wiggle yourself back to the front of your seat. And then just take notice here. How does one side of your body feel and the other side of your body feel? Notice your breath. Notice your beating of your heart. Are you able to bring it back down? Find some calmness again. Let's do that onto the other side. So wiggle your way over towards the left side. So your left leg is now going to be bent. And you're going to stretch your right leg out. And again, you're just going to have to wiggle around until you feel supported. Equal weight between both feet. Okay. And then once you've got that, you're going to bring your arms up and into something like a ball. Making sure that those hip bones are facing the same direction. Okay, nice rounded arms, lots of space between your ears and shoulders. Just holding it here, reaching back, breathing. Finding some space. Feeling that nice stretch through that back of that right leg. Okay, so now we're going to stretch out the arms a little bit more, a little higher, and we're going to lean forwards just a little bit. Just holding it there, feeling the nice stretch, and just thinking that that right arm and that right leg are nice, one nice line. And then inhale, come all the way back up. And then we're going to twist ourselves again towards the front of our chair. And then holding ourselves here. Okay, just close your eyes for a moment and notice both sides of the body. Notice as much as you can. Okay, then open up your eyes. And then we're going to cross our right leg over top of the left leg. So there's a couple different ways, depending on your flexibility here. Either the right ankle over the left, or maybe you can just bring it right on top, like crossing your legs this way. Or if you can bring that ankle on top of the thigh. You might notice different things. Don't worry about how high that knee is. So if you're able to bring it all the way up here, great. If not, just like this is great too. Okay. So we're just going to try to sit up as tall as we can and see if you can flex that foot, that right foot. And that's just going to bring a little bit more contraction into the leg. Okay, we're sitting up nice and tall. And now we're going to do some ankle circles with that right foot. Ankle circles. Good. One direction, and then the other direction. Don't worry if you can't get your leg up this high. The leg is fine like this, or down like this too, okay? You know your body, how your body's feeling. I don't know how it's feeling, so you do you. So make sure you're going one direction in the ankle, and then the opposite direction in the ankle. And then flex that foot. Okay, and then just hold it here. Breathe. Okay, and then we're going to do a twist. We're going to go do a twist towards that right side. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms up. Okay, and then we're going to twist over towards that right side and then bring the arms down. So if you can bring that left arm in front of that left thigh. And maybe you want to either hold on to the chair back with the right hand. You can. So we're inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to twist. And if this feels too intense, then adjust your legs. Okay, on your next inhalation, bring the arms all the way back up to center. And then bring the arms all the way back down. And then let's take that right leg and bring it down. And then just notice, you can even just do some wiggling around if that feels good. And then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So root down through that right leg, take your left leg out, up. Now this leg is totally different. So it might be at the ankle, might be just crossed like this, or maybe you can get that ankle on top of the front thigh. Just do whatever you can and then see if you can flex that foot, root down through your seat, root down through that right foot, sit up nice and tall, and just hold yourself here. And then you can do some ankles with that circle ankles, ankle circles, blah, 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 blah. All the way around one direction. And then the other direction, opposite direction. As we're doing this, we're still paying attention to our breath. We're still paying attention to sensations in the body. Okay, we're not trying to allow the mind to wander. We're trying to stay as present as possible. Now, bring that flexibility back to your foot and flex that foot. Getting that nice and tall. And then we're going to twist towards the left side. So bring the arms all the way up. Reach up, grow a little taller. And then as we exhale, we're going to twist all the way down, trying to bring that right arm in front of that left thigh. And then the right arm can maybe hold on to the chair or be by your hip. So we're inhaling to lengthen and then exhale to twist. And don't force the twist, just go to where you can go and where you can hold it. Okay, and then on your inhale, we'll come back. So bring the arms all the way up. And then bring the arms all the way down and bring the foot down. Okay. So again, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then just bring your feet firmly into the ground and just sit here for a moment just to notice. Okay. Then we're going to push into our feet and bring ourselves up off the chair. So we still have a nice bend into the knees and then lower ourselves down. We're going to do chair pose again. So we're sitting in a chair, but we're going to do chair pose. So push into our feet, lift ourselves up, see if we can hold it here. And either your hands are here or on your waist, or maybe your arms are out here. The chair is right behind you. A nice little bend in the knees. They don't have to be bent that much. So I'll show you. We're like this, and the chair is right behind you. Okay, and then you can sit back down into the chair. Okay, let's do that again. Push into the feet. Hands are right by our thighs. Push in and then lift. See if we can hold that, and then maybe you can bring your arms up. Root down through your feet, and then sit back down again. Very good. Okay, next time we do this, we're going to stand up. Ready? Take a nice big inhale and push into your feet. Bring your arms out and then push into your feet and lift yourself all the way up. Good. And then bring your arms down and we're going to stand now in Tadasana. So we sat in Tadasana, now we're going to stand. So think again about the bones stacking on top of each other. And taking a few breaths here, growing as tall as we can. Springtime is time for growth. So feeling yourself grow, feel yourself rooting down through your feet and then growing up, sprouting out the top of your head. Everything is in line here. Good. Okay, so we're gonna make it so that our chair, we're going to have the chair facing us. Okay. And we're going to do a little downward dogs just because it feels really good to do. So we're gonna inhale the arms all the way up. And then exhale, bend into your knees as if you were gonna do a chair. And then you're gonna reach forwards and grab hold of the seat of the chair. So we have a nice level back here now, and then we're gonna walk the feet away from us. As far as you like, your knees can be bent as much as you like. And then stretch yourself back. So stretching out your back, stretching out your arms. And then you can play around with maybe bending one knee and then straightening the other leg. So just going back and forth, nice and slow and gentle, and being aware of what you feel. Your head should be right between your arms if possible. And just play around with this. You don't have to have your whole feet on the ground. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. Some people are going to be up a little bit more on their tippy toes. Just make sure you feel stable. That's the most important thing. You want to feel stable and secure in your pose. Make sure you're breathing. Just feel a nice stretch happening in the body here. Okay, so if you're moving, so just maybe stay still for now a moment, holding it here. Okay, and then we're going to walk the feet towards the chair. Bringing that right foot a little bit more forward. Okay, so you're going to have to adjust it. So right foot is a little bit more forward, and it's like you're on railroad tracks. You're still holding onto the seat of the chair. Okay, you can bend your elbows. Your legs are straight, they're not locked. There's still a little tiny bit of a bend in there, but you want to just bend forward a little bit more so your back is level, and we're just stretching out through the legs. Okay, and we're supporting ourselves with the chair. Just notice what you feel here. You might feel a lot of different things. Okay, we want to have equal weight between both feet. Okay, so you can keep it here, or maybe you want to lift up the heels. See what that feels like. So you're into the toes, and then bringing the heels back down. And just be aware of what's happening here and how it feels. We'll do that one more time. Lift up the heels. You might feel a lot more activity into the right leg a little bit more than in the back leg. And then bring those heels back down. Okay, bring your feet together. And then we're going to bend into the knees, and we're going to bring ourselves all the way back up before we do the other leg. Reach up, arms are stretched up. Bring your hands all the way back down. We're going to bring our hands to the back, right, so that our fingers are pointing down towards our buttocks. So supporting our back here. And we're just going to open up our chest and round out. And just envision that there's a beach ball behind you and you're kind of leaning into it. Don't lean too far back. Our weight is still in our feet. We're just opening up the chest a little bit, releasing the back a little bit. Take a breath here. And then stand in Tadasana again. And then we're going to do the same thing. So inhale the arms all the way up. And then reach forwards towards your chair. And we're going to go back into a downward dog. Walk the feet back into the downward dog. Heads between the arms. Feet are firmly planted onto the ground. You can bend into your knees and then maybe straighten out one leg. Bend into the other leg. And again, just noticing. I'll just do this a few times. And then hold it there. And then we'll walk the feet towards the chair again. And then this time the right foot is going to be forwards and the left foot is going to be back. And adjust them. So they might be about hip width apart or maybe a little wider. Holding onto the chair, bending through the arms, nice level back here. Make sure that you're having a little bit of an engagement in your core here and that everything's not totally soft, but you feel like you have some contraction in that area. Okay, and the knees are not locked, but you can feel some stretching through the back of the legs. Soften through your shoulders, lengthen through your neck. Take a few breaths here. And then if you wish to, maybe bring the heels up. Notice how that feels. And then bring the heels back down. Bring the heels back up. If you want to, you don't have to. And bring the heels back down. Let's do that one more time. Heels come up. And heels come back down, and then just stay here. Make sure your shoulders are moving down your back and the shoulder blades are moving away from your spine. Take one more breath here. And then you're gonna walk your feet towards the chair, bend into the knees, and we're gonna do some cows and cats here. So drop the belly, open up through your throat, into your cow, and then round out into your cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Good. And then we're going to inhale, come all the way up, rolling those shoulders up towards the ears and rolling them back and down. And coming and standing in Tadasana. Take a few moments here. And then we're going to practice good old tree. So get your chair ready if you need it. So we're going to root down through our right foot. So we're going to have the chair on our right side. Okay. So standing up nice and tall in Tadasana, having that chair ready for us. Okay. Put the weight into your right knee, into your right foot. Knee is has a little bit of flexibility into it, so it's not locked, and you're going to slide that left foot up. So you can balance it right here on your ankle or on your inner shin, or you might grab it and bring it all the way up. You find out what works best for you. Also depends on the clothes you're wearing too, because some of them are slippery and the foot wants to slide down anyway, so that's okay. It's not really about how high the leg is. It is about finding balance, okay? So use the chair for support as much as you need it. And then if you feel like you've got it and that you feel really stable, maybe you can bring the hand away, maybe bring your hands towards your heart, or maybe you want to branch out, bringing the arms above your head, making limbs, leaves. And remember, just because you could do this yesterday or last week doesn't necessarily mean you can do it today. Everything disturbs, so things happen, and that's okay. You just do the best that you can do and smile, and if you fall out of it, you just come back in. And just breathe. And notice if you have a window near you and you look out, you can probably see some trees moving. There's a little windy out there, at least in my side of the world right now is. And that's okay. So trees, the branches are waving. You can play with that for a moment. And then that right leg is going to start to fatigue. It's going to get tired. So then that's time to say, okay, enough of that pose. I'm going to bring it down and come back and be stable on both feet. So find that stability again. Breathe. Notice. And we'll do the other side. So if you need to take your chair, move it over towards the left side, do that. Root down through the left foot. But make sure how you're starting is strong first in your Tadasana. Just don't go into it just like this. So you want to stand and begin aligned and strong first, then root down into that left foot. Use the support if you need to. Take that right leg and then bring it up wherever it feels comfortable today. And it's not going to stay there, that's fine. And we'll just hold it here. And if you feel comfortable and confident in where you are, so remembering that comfortable and that confidence, that self-esteem comes from within here, in through the heart. So look inside for that. And as soon as you find it, you might be able to stay a little bit longer. Focus. Then maybe you can branch those arms out, allowing them to grow. Just keep rooting down, keep lifting up, keep breathing. And if you fall out of it, just come back in again. The idea is to stay as present as you possibly can. Breathe. Relax. It's funny, the more you can relax, the easier this pose is. So if you start tensing up, it gets actually tougher. Tougher in your mind and tougher in your body. The more you can relax and just root down, easier it becomes. And then when that left foot starts to fatigue and it wobbles a little bit too much, then bring the right leg down. Bring your arms down and then just come back into your Tadasana. Just take a few breaths. Okay, and now get all your stuff ready, your blanket and your chair. We're gonna come on down to the ground. So if you want, we're gonna put our feet up onto the chair. So if you need a blanket, it just makes the chair a little bit more cushiony. If you need something underneath your head, do that too. And we're just gonna scoot ourselves as close to the chair that feels comfortable. So you might, depending on your chair, and you're just gonna rest your legs, probably more of your calf and your feet, onto your chair. And if you're finding that this isn't very, very comfortable, if you have a wall, you can bring your legs up a little bit higher. Okay, and so you're just gonna rest. So hopefully everyone's found a place that feels comfortable. So your legs are lifted up, not too much, but they're supported. Okay? And then once everyone is down there, you're comfortable on the ground, you can bring your arms wherever you feel comfortable. So they could be down by your sides, they could be on your tummy, maybe on your heart, maybe just on your thighs, wherever you like. And just allow yourself to settle here. Feel as if you're melting into your mat, allowing the legs to be supported. Watch yourself breathe. And then bring your awareness towards your feet. And just notice what your feet are doing, how they feel, where do you feel the support? No, go lay down again. I'm just sitting up so I can watch you guys. Everyone should be laying down. Lie down. Lie down, lie down, lie down. Put your feet back up. Okay, so just bring your awareness to your feet. Feel your feet relaxing. Notice if there's any tension there in the toes, in the arch of the feet, in the heels. And just tell them to relax, to let go. And then make your way up into your ankles. And doing the same thing, asking those ankles to soften and relax. And then moving up into the calf. Noticing maybe the pressure that you have on the chair. Just noticing what else feels, what you feel in the calf area and in the shin area. Then bring your attention towards your knees. Notice what you feel there and allow the knees to soften. Notice what the front of the kneecap feels like and the back of the kneecap. If your knees are touching the chair or not. If they're bent or a little straighter. And then move down and up your thigh and your hamstring and just noticing how your legs feel. Maybe notice one compared to the other one. They might feel a little bit different. And they are different. Notice the front of the thigh and the back of the thigh and how maybe they feel different. And allow them to relax. And then notice your hips and your buttocks. How relaxed are your hips and buttocks? Is there any tension there? Can you breathe through that tension and release it just a little bit more? And then moving up into your belly. Noticing if the breath is still moving into the belly or not. Don't worry if it is or it isn't, just notice. Notice how that whole area feels around the waist. And then as you move around your waist going into the small of the back, noticing how that feels. Noticing if there's any tension still there. If there is, give it permission to release as you breathe. And then move your attention up your back, into your middle back. Noticing any sensations that are happening there. Maybe you can feel your breath moving up and down your spine. And then move up into the upper back and the shoulder area. And see what you notice there. Then move your attention around to your chest, your lungs, your collarbone. And just notice there. What do you notice? Are there any sensations that are really strong there? And then move your attention a little bit higher, right up into the shoulders. And noticing how they feel. And down into the upper arm, biceps and triceps. Noticing whatever there is to notice. Down into the forearm, maybe even noticing the elbow. And then moving into the wrist and the hands. Noticing as much as you can, even if it's just a little flicker of a sensation. If you feel any tingling or anything like that, just be aware of it. Trying to stay as present as you possibly can. I know the mind likes to go on its own little journeys. Try to have it focus and be present with you. And then bring your awareness towards your face. I'm just moving around your face, going into the jaw, your tongue and your teeth, your eyes, your forehead. Noticing if everything is relaxed. And notice how heavy your head is in the ground. If you feel secure in your head. And now bring your attention to your entire body. Maybe even giving a nice deeper breath. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your legs down. If your legs are up on a chair, and then maybe just giving yourself a nice stretch. So stretch, and then bring the knees in towards your chest. If that feels good, maybe rock them side to side. Or if you're sitting in a chair, just stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms, and give yourself a nice big stretch. And then either come back into your chair, you can sit on the ground. Either or. Up to you. So wherever you're seated, just make sure that it's a nice comfortable seat and you feel balanced and secure. And you're sitting up as tall as you can. And then just close your eyes. And then take time to reflect on your practice. What did you discover about yourself today? Did you feel like you were growing and rooted down and soaring up towards the sky? Did you feel heavy? Did you feel light? Did you feel challenged? Did you feel frustrated? Did you feel at ease? Were you able to adjust when things got difficult? Were you able to breathe through it? Were you able to stay focused? These are just really interesting questions to reflect on. This is how we learn. This is why we practice. It's taking time to reflect and notice and how we can move through these things, how we can learn from them, and we can use these to find a better way. Maybe something that suits us better, or something that lets us live a little bit more peacefully in our bodies. Because, you know, our bodies are like a shell. We're living in them, trying to make them as comfortable as we possibly can. So did you notice anything else about your practice that you'd like to push deep into your memory so that you can bring out at will? And then let's bring our hands towards our hearts, bow our heads, and give ourselves gratitude. Gratitude for growing older. Gratitude for finding security and finding some peace. Gratitude for being able to do what we can do. Gratitude for having the choice to be able to do it. And gratitude for yourselves just for showing up and joining me here today. Thank you all very, very much. Let's do one Om just to finish off this practice. So take a breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. Breathe in for one Om. Namaste.